Hello, good evening from my side of the world. Welcome to Fireside Chats with BAMS Academy. And we are live this evening to discuss on don't start your JAPA plans without knowing this. So if you're joining us right now, that's the topic we're going to be discussing. And if you're within the confines of Nigeria or Africa and this whole JAPA vibe has been going all around you, don't japa yet until you hear what we're about to share with you today on this fireside chat. It's going to be mind-blowing. Trust me. I can tell you with insight into what's going to happen. That is going to be really, really lit. Trust me. All right. So, wherever you're joining us from, on LinkedIn, from YouTube, wherever you're joining us from, just come on stage now and just say hi. Tell us your name. Tell us where you're joining us from. We would like to meet you. My name is Hala Rain. To let you know, and on LinkedIn I go as the only business analyst that you know. So come on the comment section and tell us who are you, what do you do, where are you joining us from. Would like to meet you. It's so happy. I'm so happy. I'm super pumped. I'm super excited to have you here. Welcome to the Fireside Chat. And in case you don't know who we are, this is BAMS Academy. BAMS Academy is an offspring of the BAMS community made up of tech support professionals all around the world. We have business analysts, we have project managers, we have product managers, we have data analysts, and in our academy, we also train. We train business analysts, we train data analysts, we train product managers, and so on and so forth. This is BAMS Academy. And we're not just an academy, we're a community of love, community of professionals who are vision minded, right? So this is Fireside Chat brought to you by the BAMS Academy. So jump in the comment section. We want to see your name and where you're coming from. All right, Elizabeth, I see you from Lagos, Nigeria. Awesome. I've not seen your name. You're watching me. I've not seen your name. Oh, Ibrahim Hassan, Nigeria. Nigeria, where now? Tell us where in Nigeria. Want to know your states? Yeah. All right. Mercy, I see you. Mercy. Hi, Mercy. Can you tell us where you're joining us from? And if you're one of those that wants to japa or you have japa, tell us so. Let's know now, so that we will know that if after listening to this conversation now, maybe you start having plans to come back. You understand? Yeah. Hi Tina. Tina is my person. It's my person. I know Tina is joining us from Port Harcourt. Yeah, Tina joining us from Port Harcourt. Hi Mercy from Delta State. Welcome, Mr. Ibrahim. You're from Lagos. Interesting. I thought you'd be from Borno. Nice to have you here. You're welcome. Each and every one of you are welcome. Thank you. I'm still waiting for more comments. Come on, guys. Come on. YouTube, I haven't seen you. YouTube, what's going on? Come on. I would like to see your comments. We are joining from all over the world. I've not seen London. London, where are you? London people, you're watching and you're quiet. Don't be doing like this. Oh. London, where are you? UK, US, Australia. Because I know that's where you see, I call them and the Assad. Hi, Julius from Scotland. Nice to meet you. Well, you're welcome on board. So, Julius, you know what you're going to do for me? Because I want more people in Scotland to, answer present on this roll call we are doing. So, what you're going to do now is just tap on that share button and share. You can share as a post or share as a message to people. Invite them. Finally someone from YouTube is here. So guys, we are also live on YouTube, and we want you to also go on YouTube and spread the love, share the message. For people, your audience who are not LinkedIn friendly, you can also share the YouTube link. Can someone help us put the YouTube link on the comment section so that people can see it on LinkedIn, so people can see it and share it? Because I think YouTube is more favorable for people to join with. Yeah, I think so. So thank you, everyone. We really do appreciate. I'm still looking out for some USA, some from Australia, some UK. Yeah, I'm still expecting you. I know you're watching. Yeah, thank you, Lady B. I know you're watching, but you don't want to tell us. Tell us, so don't worry, just tell us. We'll not come to your house. We just want to know. Just to mark register. You get it. Today is Fireside Chats, and the fire is already hot. All right. So I'm just here to pour small fuel on the fire. But to fan it into flame and cause it to burn properly is not me. I'm just coming ahead of time. Hi, Ahmad from Lagos. I'm just coming ahead of time, to prepare you and prepare your heart for what's about to come. But right now, right about now, I'm going to be stepping aside. I'm going to bring someone on board, and the person I'm bringing on board is, she's, I don't know, she's an enigma. She's the global lady. She's the only business analysis queen that exists. She is the founder and lead facilitator of the Bounce Academy. And she's none other than the spectacular, the delectable, the enigmatic Lady B, Elizabeth Ekenemo. Please put your hands together for her. I'd like to see some emotions. I'd like to see some emojis. Lady B in the
Sorry.
building.
Hi, hello. Sorry, the network today is really
It's great.
shaky. I know my
Great.
bandwidth is not very
It's not very good.
strong.
Okay.
Yes. So for the most part, I will be with my video off. But hi,
Uh,
everybody. This is Lady
I
B.
at least they can see you.
Thank you. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see some people in the comment section. Hello, Ajoke. Welcome from Lagos. Ah, we have a VIP in the house. Mr. Adu Joshua, you're welcome. Mr. Adu Joshua Kwayami, you're welcome from the UK. Yes, you're not quiet. We know. We know you're not quiet. We see you. We see you. Thank you for joining us. Really do appreciate. Thank you for joining us. Tina, thank you from River State, Nigeria. PH City. I see you. Ahmed from Lagos. Thank you very much. Lady B, you have someone in this comment section hailing at you. Mercy. Mercy says hi.
Hi, Mercy.
And
Hi. Hello.
Adu Joshua is hailing you too. It's on fire.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for making it to our event today. We do not intend to keep you beyond 1 hour because at BAMS Academy, we tell you that you can become a business analyst in just 1 hour. So, that said, we'll go into the crux of why we are here. But I'm just going to give you a brief into what BAMS Academy is and why we are doing this event. So, these are weekly events that we put out for people within the community. It used to be within the community, but we've currently extended to other people so that you can learn from what those in the community are having. That's not to say that we don't have our in-house events, because we do. However, sometimes you just want to let your neighbors know what you're enjoying before you go back home to actually finish up. So that's why we have this event weekly. We are touching on several pain points that speak to our audiences. For today, we've had people say, "Oh, last week we talked about how to build a portfolio. 2 weeks we talked about how to build your skill set. 3 weeks ago we started with what business analysis is and what it is not." However, we've had people say, "Oh, I want to relocate. How do I go about it? How do I get started?" That's why we have a guest on the show today. So our guest on the show is a business analyst. He transitioned into business analysis after he jackpot. And there are things that he knows now that he wish he knew then, so that it would have given him a good direction to go. It would have helped him know better how to position himself. So all of us on this call today will be asking Mr. Damilola, right? Dami, it's your time to shine today. You're going to tell us what what you know now that you wish you knew earlier, and what your mistakes are, how to get started as a business analyst, what to do. So we'll start this conversation with a few questions that we have had our contacts and people in the community ask us. So let me give us a shout out and introduce yourself to us before we go into why we brought you on board.
All right. Hi everyone. My name is Damilola, but you can call me Dami. Yeah, someone just said Dami Young. Thank you, Dami Young. Yeah, that's what they call me. Um, I'm a business analyst. Like she said, my transition to business analyst, that role called business analyst, after I jackpot. And there are certain things that I wish I knew that I would have done that would have placed me in a better position even as soon as I jackpot. But let's wait. We'll get into all that. So, like I said, I have a background was my background was in contact center. So I rose from being a contact center agent, just a call center representative, and I rose through the ranks to become the head of a contact center. That's before I jackpot. So it's an interesting journey for me. So let's start the session and then we'll dive into it. Thank you for having me, everyone.
Thank you so much, Dami, for your time. You had already started, but
No,
I'm just going to let you go in. So the question is, how did
okay.
you get started? How did you become a business analyst? What led you down this path? So tell us all of that interesting story.
All right. What led me down to be a business analyst? Like I said, I started from being a contact center representative, and then along the line, I had the opportunity to become a workforce specialist. That's data analysis. So that introduced me to data. And FYI, I didn't study computer or analytics or anything in my first degree. Interestingly, I studied zoology. So that's just let me just put that out there. So for you to know that no matter where you're coming from.
I feel like you know that I'm about to interview right now because I think you should tell us why you went to school to study zoology. Maybe start from there and then come back.
Okay. Why I went to school to study zoology? Well, I didn't wake up to say I want to be a zoologist. Yeah, thank you, Ahmad. I see you. Um, but we all know how it is in Nigeria. You want to. I actually wanted to study medicine. I wanted to study medicine, and then I was offered zoology. So I took it. I didn't want to waste further time because my first jam, I already wasted that because I didn't like the course I was given. So I went into zoology. I started the course, and then moving from there. I actually started from Yabatech, though. I started from Yabatech as a in computer science. Then, because I thought university was better, so I moved to zoology. So that's how my journey was. So now back to the contact center. Immediately I finished from the university, I got into the contact center back in Abuja. So, and then fast forward to when I became a data analyst, a workforce management expert. So here, there we are the ones, the people that plan the whole strategy behind the contact center, the rostering, who's going to work, how many people are going to work, what shift are they going to do, what times are they going to what time would they have the shift and all that. That's everything that position was about. And then how I got into business analysis was because of my quest to always want to improve the processes. I want to improve this area. I want to improve how we do this. So I'm always inquisitive. I'm always asking, okay, why can't we do this? Why can't we do this way? Why can't we do this? So even before I got into that role, I was already doing things that are related to business analysis, but I never knew. So I never knew that there was a role called business analysis. So I was drawing processes. Was I was looking at how I was automating processes in the contact center, automating reports and preparing dashboards. I was doing all that. So when I finally relocated out of Nigeria, so I started, okay, what will I do now? I tried to get into the contact center too, but I couldn't because my experience was not UK experience. So I started doing some other um some other work. Maybe like I worked in a factory for like 2 weeks until I ran away. I couldn't cope. And then I came across this business analysis. I was like, oh, business analysis, what's it about? After I read about what the course is about, it was interesting. I said, oh, I've been doing all this. This is what I've been doing. So now the task now for me was to move into it. How do I get into that? So that's how I became a business analyst. Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can
We
Okay.
hear
can hear
you,
you.
Jackie. Oh, I didn't know you had
Okay.
gotten to the end of your journey, but that's interesting. Um,
Yeah.
I like it. I feel like contact center, call center, customer service. It's a
Yes.
good way to get started as a business analyst. And I say
Yeah.
that because that's how I started. And I
Mm,
Mm,
find that I did a lot of things in customer service that helps me today as a
mm.
business analyst. Hello,
yes.
Oluwatoyin Ali. We see you. Welcome. And people, okay, sorry. I'll do Joshua again. Okay, so Dami, our next question for you will be: given that now you've started your career as a business analyst in the UK, what kind of opportunities do you find in this career path, both locally and globally, right? Both within the UK and abroad. Because many people feel like I have to look for jobs that are titled business analyst. And
Mm,
that's a misconception that I try very hard
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
correct. You don't have to be tagged a business analyst to be a business analyst.
yeah.
Well, let's
Mm.
hear your take on this particular question. What other career opportunities exist for BAs, both locally and globally?
All right. Like I said, I was already doing business analyst job. I was already in the role, but I never knew because I was already doing requirement. I was gathering requirements for projects. I was analyzing data. I was implementing some processes for certain departments. So those are the things I was doing. And then one thing I learned is that you don't have to, like, just like you said, you don't have to look for that role, business analysis. For some industry they call it business process managers. Some processes, some companies call it business analyst, some call it data analyst, some call it process analyst. So it all depends. All you need to do is look for, when you see a role, the best thing to do is look for the job description for that role, and then you'll be able to know if I'm able to fit into this role or not. And it could be anywhere. As a business analyst, you can work anywhere. You can work in the healthcare, banking, um, IT, retail, real estate, in an NGO. Even I've actually worked in a real estate firm, and I was performing the task of a business analyst, but it was called employee relations partner. So it's not about the role. You don't have to look for the role to say, oh, I must be a business analyst. You can be a business analyst without being a project, without being called a business analyst. Yes, project manager, yeah, project manager, product manager, uh, um, because there is difference between product manager and project manager. All those are business analyst role. Product owner too is a business analyst role. So many others like that. So, and the opportunities are global. You can work, especially the fact that you can work remotely. It means you can work from anywhere in the world. You can work from anywhere, and it could be in any industry you can think of, because no matter the industry, they need processes. They use processes to work. They have system and applications. They have processes that they need to deploy. They have products and services that they need to put out there. They go live. You prepare. They have so many aspects of the business that needs to be fine tuned, that needs to be streamlined. So your job is cut out for you as a business analyst. So the opportunities are so wide. And the most beautiful thing about business analysis is that you do not have to be from a tech background. Like I said, I studied zoology. Look how where I am today. So you can be in finance, healthcare, agriculture, no matter your background. Business analyst is your key. Thank you. Anywhere in the world, like I
Okay,
said.
I know Lady B always says that, but now you people will say Lady B is always saying that. You've heard it from someone else today, and it's not me. I thank you so much for that, Debbie. So let's talk about beyond the borders, beyond the shores of Africa, beyond the shores of Europe and United
Okay.
Kingdom. Do you need to be in the Western world to succeed as a business analyst? I know you have said you can work remotely, but maybe let's answer this question with a solid yes or a solid no. Do you need to be in the Western world to succeed as a business analyst? Yes or no, and why?
Okay. No, you do not need to be in the Western world to be a business analyst. I was telling someone that I wish I knew about business analysis before I traveled. I can't hear you. Am I?
We can hear
Is
you,
someone
Demi. No,
talking?
no, go ahead.
Okay. So I was telling someone that I wish I knew that I wish I knew about this role before I traveled, because you can be a business analyst from anywhere in the world. And I don't want to sound as if, okay, because you have JAPA, that's why you are saying that. No, the concept is, imagine having a remote job as a business analyst, and then you're being paid in dollars or pounds or Canadian dollars, and then you're in Nigeria. Think of it, when you're in Nigeria and you're earning in dollars or pounds, you are not going through all the, will I say, challenges of the Western world, the bills, the rent, and every other thing you have to pay for. But in Nigeria, you can have all those things. By the time you convert your salary to your currency in Nigeria or in Africa, you'll be balling. That's it. You'll be balling because it's remote. Especially the fact that it is remote, that means you can work from anywhere around the world. And working from anywhere around the world, you staying in Nigeria, then you can control your time. The only difference, the only challenge you might have is the time difference, which is not a challenge. Which is not a challenge. All you know is to, by the time you start and then you do maybe one week or 2 weeks, your system will already change to that particular timeline, and then you start. Yeah, someone said expensive bills, expensive rent. Yes, expensive bills and everything. You pay for everything. Most of the things we enjoy back in Nigeria or in Africa, you pay for it in the Western world. And imagine if you are earning in foreign currency and then you're back home. So it's, that's for me, that's the best, the most ideal situation for me. Although I'm not saying that it's not good to travel. Yes, I'm here now and I'm happy, but it's just that if I had the opportunity, if I was opportune to know about business analysis and I've done the training, I'll just look for a job. So even if I want to travel again, it will be at my leisure. It's not because I want to japa. I'm now traveling for vacation. I want to go and see these places that they're talking about. I want to go to France. I want to go to UK. I want to go to Canada and stuff. So business analyst is the key. And because the entry level, how to become a business analyst, you don't need tech background. You don't need to know how to
Yeah.
code. For me, that's the most beautiful thing. Anybody can be a business
Okay.
analyst.
Okay.
And
Okay.
anyone already, you're already a business analyst. If you're in Nigeria, let me bring it home. You're already a business analyst.
You know I'm laughing? When I
Because
was
Jack
a
of all
couple weeks
trades.
ago, that
why?
was the only thing I said. Everyone is a
Yeah,
business analyst. Like, it's not you
that's
can be,
it.
you are already. You just need to
You
learn how
are.
to
You
harness
are
this
already.
skill and position yourself.
Exactly. Just like I said, just like I was saying earlier, it's just to There are 1,001 transferable skills
Like
for you have already as a person.
capiche.
All you need to know is to learn the business analytics domain,
That's all.
get used to the niche, get used to the domain,
The
get the
terminology is
training,
this.
know how to talk and speak business analysis, be able to communicate, and then you're through. Just like I said, I never knew about all the tools in business analysis before I traveled. Everything that I was doing it on Excel, and I was performing business analysis, jump functions, but I never knew I was using Excel. But it was when I traveled, I got to see, okay, these are the tools. And because I'm so much proficient in Excel, learning all those tools was a piece
Yeah,
of cake.
yeah,
Yeah, so there are transferable skills. There are things,
That
if
means you're
you're into
proud.
sales.
Is it because I was proficient in the use
No,
of Excel? Do you know I had to go and take out that thing
no.
from my CV because when I actually started learning Excel, I was like, no, I don't know this thing. But I was
it's not for the
proficient in
faint-hearted.
Excel. You have shoulder pads. Your shoulder pads are high. I'll be fired.
But it's true. But it's true. See, the thing is, apart from that, apart from knowing Excel, the most important skill are your problem solving skills. And who does not solve any problem in Nigeria? Who does not? You have a problem that you're always solving. There's always something you're doing. Okay, maybe this is not working fine, or you need to fix your light. You need to get someone to come and fix this. You need someone to come and fix that. You're already managing different stakeholders. If you're a salesperson, you're relating with different customers, with both reasonable and unreasonable customer, because they're your customers. You want to get your services out there, so you still have to relate with them. So that is it. That is stakeholder engagement. That's stakeholder engagement. You talk about improving processes. Maybe there are things you're doing. Maybe you were doing it in a certain way before, and you discover that, oh, instead of me to actually do this, I can put this thing here. I can automate the processes, even if it's not in the word automate. You can do it in such a way that, okay, instead of me, for example, maybe you want to what example can I give now? Maybe you're someone that sells, and you have to get your products to the market, or you have to get people and deliver it to people, and then you think about it and say, come on, instead of me going to places and then delivering one by one, I can get a bike man to help me deliver in so places. Then me, I'll go to those places and then and deliver. You have solved a problem. You have streamlined your process. Instead of you going to 10 places, now you have someone go to five, and you go to five. Then later you can sit at home and look at other parts of the business, other administrative part of business, and then you contact your delivering out. Your deliveries out. So you have people that will deliver for you in certain places. You have people that will go for you to the market. You have contacts in market that you can call. Oh, please, I'm coming tomorrow. I'll send someone to come. That is stakeholder engagement. So, like I said, all you need to do is learn the skill, learn the go for the training. Once you are trained as a business analyst, you are good to go. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that,
Wow.
Dami. Oluwatoyin says some stakeholders can drench your mental capacity. Well, that's why again, if you don't meet these angry birds, you will not know how to deal with them. So
Yes,
when they
yes.
Exactly.
drench,
You have to engage them.
when they drench that your mental capacity, you regain it back, you bounce back, right? Then you're going to
Mm-hmm.
pick up from there again. You
Exactly.
have dealt with that one. So whenever someone is trying to make life difficult for you, that's why I always feel like customer service sales, you are very good. You are very, very positioned to be a
True,
business analyst.
true.
I have a question here
Exactly.
from Ayodeji Ojo. He says, Bros Dami, what's the secret of the program? Aya, maybe you want to clear what program you're
What
asking about.
I'm guessing
I'm sure
it's the
there's
whole business
something.
analysis thing.
what's the what secret?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm guessing it's the whole business
The
analysis.
secret business
Mm,
analyst. Well, if you are as far as you are here, okay, as far as you are here, you're already 2 steps ahead. As far as you are on this call, you're already 2 steps ahead, because what we are talking about is business analysis, and if you're here, you're on the right path. You're on the right path for business analysis. So what you have to do is just take the training first, and what we're talking about is business analysis training, which will take you for it won't take you maybe maximum of I'm not sure of the duration now, but
It's a maximum of
the
three
most important
months.
thing is that 3 months, three months,
That's
and
maximum. Oh, because I know that some people stretch it out to so more, but I promise you that
exactly,
in 3 months, if you put your head
and
down,
within
you
that
will
3 months,
complete it.
yes, thank you. And within that 3 months, you are not just learning the skills, you are learning how to transfer your skills that you have already. You have so many transferable skills that even you are not aware of. But by the time you start talking about the business analysis techniques, the processes and procedures of how to do things and how to do things as a business analyst, you just recollect, oh, I used to do this, I used to do this, oh, I used to do. So it's all about you getting, apart from knowing the tool, how to use the tool, then those transferable skills you have already, how to speak in a professional manner as a business analyst, how to use those jargons that business analysts use, how to talk to stakeholders, how to engage them. Just like I remember, just like the comment Toyi made now. Toyi said stakeholders will drench you. I remember when back in the contact center, they used to let us know that customers are the reason for the business, because maybe as a contact center agent, when the calls are not coming in, you are relaxed, but when the call coming in, you see it's coming again, and then you stand up, and then the team leader just called and said, do you know that if not for that guy calling, you won't be here? So they are the reason for the business, which means to say your stakeholders are the reason why you're a business analyst, because if they don't have need, then there's no reason for you. And as a business analyst, you are there to bridge the gap between the business need. You are here to bridge the gap between the stakeholder and the IT team or the development team. So you are supposed to interpret what someone needs, what the business needs, interpret it to the IT and the developers in a language that they will understand, and develop that process or that solution, and then you relay it back to the stakeholder. Okay, this is possible, this and this and this is what can be possible, and this is how we are going to go about it. You understand? So that is how it works. That is the scope. That's how to get into it. If you're here and you're really interested in this, please take the bull by the horn. I wish I knew all this before I jump.
I know that you have touched on this, but you have answered, can anyone become a business analyst? But you want to go through some skill sets that can make you become a great business analyst, because it's not enough that you're a BA, you've got to be good and you've got to be better at it and
Yes.
you've got to
Yes.
possibly be best. So, do you want to touch on some skill sets,
Yeah.
maybe top five that are really
Yes.
important?
Okay. All right. The skill set that are really important is number one, the analytical thinking and problem solving. Analytical thinking and problem solving, that's the most important skill as far as I'm concerned. Understanding, it's for you to understand the business needs and then finding a solution for it. Problem solving, and like I said, who is not a problem solver? As far as you're a worker, or you are a mom, you are a dad, or you're even you are a student, you are a problem solver. It's just for you to have that machine thinking. Analytical, think about it. Okay, how can I do this? What can I do? How can I solve this problem? That's all you need. That's the number one skill. Number two is communication and stakeholder engagement, stakeholder management. You need to collaborate with cross-functional teams. In business analysis job description, they will tell you ability to communicate with or collaborate with cross-functional teams. And what do they mean by cross-functional teams? It just means that for in a layman, you are going to relate with different sets of people. For if someone in business, you're relating with plumbers, you're already like a real estate, for example, you're relating with plumbers, you're relating with electricians, you're relating with the bricklayers, and you have to get the best out of all of them to develop the real estate property you're trying to do. So that communication, if you can manage those guys, then you can manage anyone. Communication and stakeholder management is the number two skill. Then number three is process improvement and documentation. Process improvement, which is what you learn in some of in the training, how to put a process. If someone explains the process, "Oh, this is what we do," just for you to interpret it and then put it down in something they call workflows. And it's so easy. It's not rock science. It's just for you to know that, okay, from point A, if I want to go to Ikeja, for example, I know I have to go to point A, take a bus from point A. After taking a bus, I walk for 5 minutes, I take this other bus. That's a workflow you are narrating. That's a workflow. Identifying the inefficiencies is another aspect of process improvement, for you to be able to identify the inefficiency. Okay, what is the problem in this whole journey that you are talking about, how to go to Ikeja? What are the inefficiencies? You know that, okay, the inefficiencies is if you don't get to your bus stop early enough. Number two, you have to look for maybe if it's going to be BRT, or it's going to be this, or instead of walking you can take a bike. That's inefficiency. Instead of walking 10 minutes, you can take a bike to shorten your journey. And then those are inefficiencies. Those are the things. There are simple processes that can be automated that will make it faster. And another thing that you can learn is data analysis. As a business analyst, you need to be able to analyze data. That's a given. You need to be able to use Excel. If you know how to use Excel, or if you want to take it further, you can know how to use Power BI, SQL, in order to make data-driven decision. But for me, Excel and I think everyone, if you're in the corporate world, or you're um even in agriculture these days, you use Excel. You put in your data, you plan your strategy. Okay, what am I going to buy? What are the things I need to buy? And learning Excel is a basic thing. So those are the things that, as a business analyst, even though you don't know how to do it, is a thing you can learn. By the time you devote maybe a few hours or a few months into that, you are good to go. And the last one is technical awareness, understanding how system and software work. Even if you are not a developer, you need to know how they work. Okay, how does this system work? And even if you don't know it, that's why you're the one position to talk to the developers. Okay, tell me how this works. And then when developer explains to you, then you go ahead and then explain it to the stakeholders, and then that's it. You need to know how it works, because if you don't know how to work, how do you want to deploy the process for the business or the solution? So knowing how to work, and how do you do that, is simply by talking to the developer. And then when they explain to you, okay, you understand it, then put it in a diagram or a flow chart for the stakeholders to understand, and then you're good to go. Those are the skills you need, and I know everyone has that skill. I'm sure everyone on this call have that skill already. So you have what it takes.
So you have heard it from Dami, because it's the same thing I've been saying, and it's like I've been shouting. You're hearing it from someone else now that you already have what it takes. You have the necessary skills. So again, please don't take your chances, or rather, take your chances. Don't the chances, the opportunities you miss are the ones you don't take. So take your chances, really. And Dami, you have spoken a lot about a few other things that I want to talk. I have a question from Ayodeji has clarified on his question. He says what he means is getting into UK, he realized that we need to learn more about business analysis. What can we do and what people need what we can do and what people need from us. Okay, I think that's what he was asking about. And he says he thinks the problem lies somewhere we're coming from. Recently, he says he has noticed that we are not doing what we want to do. But getting to the country there, I believe he's talking about getting to the UK. There are lots of things involved in business analysis. And that's something I feel like many people have not broken into. Even organizations that are hiring business analysts do not fully know the potentials that you can have as a BA.
Yeah.
So that will lead me to my next question. Looking back at all of your experiences, what lessons can you take from it? What mistakes did you make? I know you said that, oh, you wish you had done this better, but beyond that, now that you have left, what mistakes did you make? What lessons did you learn from it? And what would you have done better? What would you have done differently? Now I'm asking this for those people who will be listening and those who are watching and they're about to get started, so that they don't make the mistakes, they don't fall into the same loopholes that you did. So if you want to talk to us about your lessons.
Okay, my lessons. Number one is to get the training. Get the training. Well, the good thing is how it won't be a lesson for you now is I never had the opportunity to hear about this thing. I didn't hear, I didn't know about it. But now that you know, it won't be a mistake for you. All you need to do is go for the training, enroll yourself in business analysis. Another mistake I made was I underestimated the power of networking, opportunities that comes from connection, not just job application. It's about meeting people, being able to express yourself and being able to say, oh, I'm into this, I'm actually looking for this and this, and knowing the right platform to engage. LinkedIn, even in your social media handles. It's not about posting, oh, politics. I've had people that God would have gotten some certain opportunities, but because of the post they've made on one social media platform or the other, they were denied the opportunity. I'm not saying you shouldn't air your mind. Air your mind, say what you want to say, but it's better not to don't get into conversations that might hinder you in the future. Another one is not documenting my achievements. Now that I'm into business analysis, at certain point when I applied for some jobs, I couldn't. I attended an interview and then they were asking me, what projects have you been able to do? I know I've done projects, but I couldn't articulate myself to be able to put it together. So I need to write it down. You need to prepare yourself after you've gotten the course. Prepare yourself. What do I know? How do I translate those my experiences? How do I translate it into real life situations that would have helped in a project? So that is how to go about it. Write it down. Write down the achievement, the projects you have encountered before or you have took part in. Write down the steps you took, your achievement, how you came about it, what solutions it preferred for you at that time, and then you'll be able to talk to you can relate that particular project that you have, you can relate it to any situation. And then don't delay your hands-on experience. As soon as you make up your mind, go for that training. After you've gone for a training, go for hands-on experience. Don't just wait until you get a job. Even if it's volunteering, go ahead, volunteer. Even if you do it freelancing, go ahead, do it freelance. Just get that experience, especially in maybe you're in UK or you want to go to UK or Canada or anywhere you want to get into, and there are internships everywhere that you can even be an intern even remotely. So just go for the experience, learn the trade, go for internship, and understand how things work in the real world, because after your training you are going to be trained in a test environment, and then in the real world you'll be able to interpret it. So that internship for me is very important as well. Yeah, thank you.
I'm sorry, I forgot I was muted. You have said get trained, you have said network and put yourself out there. These are mistakes that a lot of rookies make, especially when you are learning. So when you're being trained, you don't just want to absorb. You want to let people know, hey, I'm doing this, I'm learning here, this is what I have done, this is where I have been, this is the project I'm working on now, because people are
Yeah,
watching. People are watching. I
yeah,
have been headhunted for a job from LinkedIn, and I promise you, people are watching. I wasn't even as active when the
yeah,
person sent. And she was the CEO of the real estate company. She reached out to me. She wanted me to do it. I'm like, eh? And I saw the be. This is what it looks like. I'm like, okay, okay. I decided to take it more personal and take my LinkedIn very seriously, because
Yeah.
I know that beyond LinkedIn there are other platforms you can search for jobs on. Indeed, you can, but you want to build a portfolio. And last week we talked about portfolio building. You want to build a portfolio. Ibrahim Hassan has a question for you, Dami. What do you
Okay.
consider as projects, going by the name project? If you want to answer
Okay.
that first.
Projects. Projects can be anything or any task you've done to meet a particular need. Ibrahim Asanda is talking. I can give you examples of what if you have built, for example, you work in a contact, maybe in a customer service, and then maybe before, when you document things as a customer service representative, you use notepads to do it. And then what did you do? Instead of using notepad, you maybe design the form of Excel for people to enter in their details, to enter in the conversations of whatever they are having, and then you put it in Excel, and then you send it out. So everyone, instead of using notepad now, you can easily put it on Excel, and when everyone enters it, because of that simple Excel, it makes the job easier. If you want to sum, you can easily sum. You can. So that is just a project you have done. That is like a software you have developed. It's like that's the crude version of an application, because you made the job better. Instead of using notepad or writing on biro and paper, you writing a customer, okay, let me have your name, you're writing, but now you have introduced Excel for them to do. And how do you talk about that as maybe in an interview? You say you have engaged in a transformation project, moving that you transformed a business from paper based to digital. That's basically it. Because they were using better paper to write before, now you put it on Excel. That's a transformation project. Instead of using biro and paper, you have moved them. Nobody uses biro and paper anymore. Nobody is printing. Everything is now on Excel. You can submit, you can build the template in such, even if you are not so vast in Excel, you can just save it and then send it to your team leader or send it to your boss. And then your boss can easily collate and then make a report out of it. That's a transformation project. So there are so many projects or that you can think of, or you can say your the example I gave before about if you are selling products and then you want to deliver to certain places, you are transferring from manual to you just improve the process. That's process improvement. Instead of going to 10 places by yourself, you are not going to those 10 places. You are now contracted it out to give it to someone, or people that will deliver it for you, maybe on bikes, on scooters, or whatever the means is, or even on Uber. How look, think about it. Uber Eats. What's the brain behind Uber Eats? You can order food and it's just from someone ordering food and getting Uber to send it down. That's Uber Eats. That's a project. That's a delivery project that you just worked on. Instead of delivering, you take maybe like 8 hours to deliver those things because of 10 places. But if you contract it out, you can do it within 2 3 hours. You have delivered efficiency. That's a project. So there are so many things in the training. You once you're trained, once you go for the training, and then you can you sit down and know. I've had that experience where I've gone for some training where I didn't really attend. I was just there. I was doing some other things. I said I'll go back to the training and watch it. My brother, you might not go back to it. There are trainings I've done. I said I'll go back. I've not gone back to it.
How many
So
of us
once you're in
will
it,
go back to it? If you don't do it there, then honestly, Otilo,
if you don't do it there
it's
and then, that's
gone.
it. So what I would advise is you're going for the training, know that yes, this might be your ticket to JAPA, or this might be your ticket out of your present situation. Take it with that seriousness and then put your mind in it as they are teaching, because there's nothing as good as when they are teaching it, when it is being taught, you're listening, you're assimilating, you're writing down. By the time you go back to read, maybe you're giving a task, go ahead and do the task. If you have a problem, take it to the class the next time. Okay, I can't do this. That's how to do it. Practicalize this, just like I do people. When you are for example, I'm telling you how to do something on Excel, and then you say, oh, okay, 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 and I say, okay, go and do it. Well, I'll do it later. If you go back the next week and say you want to do it, you won't be able to do it. Do it right there and then. Thank you.
That's very correct. That's so correct. I promise you, I had fallen into that trap because very recently I started learning data analysis, and I wasn't following with my tutor in class when we were doing SQL. So then I gave us an assignment, and I'm like, small thing now, go do it. When I opened the question, I said, eh? I first closed, I first closed the thing, and I had to go back to the classes and start watching the videos. I was now able to
Seriously.
answer the question. I felt, oh, okay. So as you're learning, practice. As you're learning, practice.
Practice.
And
That's it.
okay, Olorun, sorry, Akinshola, Olorun Yomi
Akishola
Akinshola.
Yomi. A project should
To solve
solve a
a
problem. Yeah,
problem.
that's it.
And I tell you, that's true. Now, Oluwatoyin said something here, and I know where she's coming from, but I don't completely agree. She says project has a start and an end date, and it has a duration.
No,
And
that's not
in
true.
project management, that's true, but in business analysis, it's not always
It's not
true.
true.
That is
Yeah.
because even when you're managing change across an organization, it might not
Yes.
end. If you're
Yes.
implementing an ERP solution, it might not end because
Yes.
requirements will keep changing,
Yeah.
needs will keep changing, stakeholders will want something else. So you have to keep monitoring. You have to, in project management, you can say, okay, we want to work on this project for 6 months. We start here and we end here. We want to build a house as a project. We start here and we end here, and that's correct. Okay, but in business analysis, not always, not always.
Yes.
And I know that
Especially
product.
especially when you talk about product management as well. A product does not have an end. For example,
Yep.
you develop the product. Are you saying after releasing the product into the market, will it end there? No, it
No.
can't end
Eh.
there. You are always, you do the version 2, you upgrade it. Okay, this is the new product. It has this, it has this, because you have customer feedback. Customer will feed you back and say, okay, we need to be able to do this, and then you still iterate on that. Okay, let me not use business
Even if
analyst
they're
term
not
now.
giving you feedback, you will ask for it because you
Yes,
need
now
it. It's
you
just
ask
like
for it.
yourself. You are a project, you are a
Thank you.
product. You cannot just, I mean, why are we
Thank you,
here?
Lady B.
I should have ended in primary school. So you have to continuously iterate. Thank you so much. Our time is fast spent, and this has been a valuable session. Toyin is agreeing to what you said about if you're not learning. She has a training that's 8 weeks already, and she's still in week 2. Toyin, escalate. Toyin, hurry up. That is another phrase. Okay, thank you, Favor. That's another phase. Yeah, another phase of the product and the project.
or
Some
projects.
Yeah.
Yeah,
projects, again, it's the same project. You iterate. There's version 1, there's version 2, there's version 3, but it's the same project, and you're moving
yeah.
on and on. Okay, Dami, very quickly before I let you go, give us your final words, particularly to our aspiring business analysts, those who are looking to break into, some people who got started by just having the opportunity. They have a job, but they're confused.
Okay.
And maybe people are looking to, okay, I know this, I know that, I'm not comfortable in my job. How do I get started? What is your final words of wisdom for these people?
All right. My final word would be start from where you are. Start from where you are now. You don't have to have IT background, or start from where you are now. Focus on understanding the problems, and then how to provide solutions. I'm sure there are problems that you've solved in your home. Maybe this thing is not working properly, the door is not jamming, and then what did you do? Maybe you tried to fix the hinges, or it was making noise. You tightened it or you oiled it. That's a problem you're solving. So start from where you are, get into it. And then number two is invest in learning. Invest in learning. Take courses. Start with, I'm a business analyst. I will always project with, be a business analyst. Start with training. Take business analyst training. Take the courses. Do workshop. Read. Read more. Apart from what's being taught, read more. Research. There are projects that there is this particular project I'm working on. I didn't really have the idea of what it's all about, but I had to go and read. I read about it, and then by the time I was speaking later, and they were like, "Are you sure you've not done the project before?" I said, "No, I haven't." What did I do? I devoted the time to go and learn, to read, because you don't know it all. Even I'm saying that, okay, when that I'm proficient in Excel, I'm just kidding. Who's proficient in Excel? By the time someone else tells you what they know in Excel, you'll be like, oh, you don't know anything. So that constant, that drive to always learn, don't let it die. And then network strategically. Lady B has talked about LinkedIn. Put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Just update your profile on LinkedIn. Update it. You can be headhunted. I've had so many offers on LinkedIn for some that I just went. There was some I got. I was so looking forward to that one. And I didn't even apply, nothing. They just reached out to me. Okay, we saw your profile. So, and then I was not, my LinkedIn was not even as optimized as it is now. So you need to put yourself out there. Whatever you're doing, you need to be able to put it in a formal language, or let me say a, whatever you're doing, no matter your business, no matter the business you're doing, you can put yourself out there. It's just all about branding. Think about, how do I present it? How do I present this to the global world? Because LinkedIn is global. Anyone from anywhere is seeing it. You might, someone might be having that particular problem that you just solved, and then you put it out there, and then that might be your break. Like Lady B said, build a portfolio, showcase your work, even if it's project that you worked on by yourself, showcase it. We are all learning in that regard anyway. In the short, in everything, we are still learning. Even me as I am now, I'm not as good as Alel when it comes to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is Halel on LinkedIn is Halel is my mentor on LinkedIn, because he's
Helen is
always,
a goat.
as
Is
in,
goated.
he's always, he knows how to present, how to bring out the story, bring, put yourself out there.
Helen, do master class, please. Do
I
master
beg.
class.
Even me, I will enroll. Think
That means
globally.
someone
That's my
says
last
you're an
point. Think
Excel.
globally.
Oluwatoyin Oluwatoyin says you're an Excel wizard. Please, can you teach us Excel? Do you teach Excel? Please tell me that you do because I'm happy to learn.
Yeah, I teach Excel actually. I
Oh,
teach
nice.
Excel. I do
How
one-on-one
can we
sessions
access
on
this,
Excel.
please?
Yeah. What did you say?
How do I access your Excel now? Should I send you a DM?
Oh, yes, yes. You can reach me on
Okay.
LinkedIn. You can send me a DM on
Yeah.
LinkedIn, so I can send you the details of how it works. And like I said, anyone can do Excel, and it's just the most basic thing anyone is have. Even if you're not a business analyst, if you want to be a professional, at least you must know how to use Excel, even if it's not expert level. The basic things. I've had people come to me, like these ladies had a job with the NHS. It was a band 5 job, and then she lost it because she doesn't know how to use Excel. And then when
Ouch.
she, as in, it was so painful. I'm like, what did they ask you to do? When she told me the things, the question they asked her, I was like, my
Please,
God,
what did they ask us to do? So that we know what we are doing too.
those are the most basic things. Format a cell, format the header of a cell, write this,
Oh,
just
ouch.
basic things.
Ouch. All
Make
right.
the data look presentable and stuff. So if you want to learn Excel, just reach out to me.
Okay, someone asked me name of the speaker. His name is scrolling
Yeah,
through the
yeah,
screen right now.
exactly.
So Damilola
My name
Ogunbosi
is Dami.
is
Yeah.
his name.
Yes, Damlola Ogunebosi, and that's my
It's the
name on
only
LinkedIn
one.
as
It's the
well.
only one. The
He's
way
the
Damlola
only
Halle
one.
was saying,
Ogunebosi.
it's the only one.
Yes, that name, that surname is very
Very
unique.
unique.
It's the only
You can't
one.
find it anywhere.
Wow, thank you so much,
All
Mr.
right.
Dami. We
Thank
are
you
we are
so
really
much, Dami. This has
grateful.
been an inspiring session. Toyin says
Yes.
this is an inspiring and wake up call for me. Toyin, what is well? Oh, Toyin, it is well. Okay, I see a question here. I think this was Toyin that asked this question. Do we? Let me see that. Let me see. Do you offer the BA training? That means you offer BA training.
That's why you're here. Don't worry. That's why you're here.
Okay, first, this is one of the trainings. However, The BAMS Academy also offers trainings. Hello, do you want to go that way? Do you want to tell us what this training is
Oh,
about?
sure. I'm more than glad to do that. And before I begin to talk about our training, I'd like to let you understand this. You know, one of the best ways you can learn is by learning hands-on. Like Mr. Dami was saying something about when you learn, you have to practice right immediately, and that's one of the most beautiful ways you can learn. And I think I make bold to say this, that anyone who teaches business analysis without giving you an opportunity to get your hands dirty while you're learning is not doing you any good, because as relatable as business analysis is, it's slippery, right? It's slippery. So if you don't learn how to apply what you're doing right on a project while you're learning, it can escape you. And this is something that is very beautiful in BAMS Academy. At BAMS Academy, we don't just take time to just teach you, take you through some slides and speak some English and make us sound smart and intelligent. No. We take you through a project from class one to your last class. So that means at the end of the class, you would have understood the concepts and how to apply them to any project you find yourself in. Do you understand what I'm saying? So at BAMS Academy, in case you don't know what BAMS means, it means business analysis made simple, right? It means project management made simple. It means data analysis made simple. We don't try to complicate tech. Really, we don't try to complicate tech. Tech is not complicated. It's not deep. It's not complex. It's simple. That's one of our mantra at BAMS Academy. Lady B is always emphasizing on how simple tech is and everyone can come in. So from class one, you not our class is not the kind of class that when you come back from it, you'll be wondering, what were they saying? It's sounding like a mystery. No, it's not a mystery. The reality that is that at BAMS Academy, we make business analysis simple for you. So are you here and you loved everything Mr. Dami has said, and you're in two categories? Who are the two people I'm speaking to? Number one, you're in a career and you know that you want to scale up, you want to have a better experience, you want to level up. This is for you. Number two, you're in this country and you want to earn in foreign currency. This is for you. You just heard Mr. Dami. If he knew about business analysis before he left this country, he would have been trained, and when he traveled, it would have been easier for him to position himself. Someone that came on one of our sessions a few weeks ago, she shared on how she learned business and analysis and project management in the UK, and she got a job in Canada, and she left UK for Canada. When she was on that call with us, she was talking to us from Canada. When I met her, she was in the UK. So it's the kind of job that can open the international doors to you wide open. So if you're here and you want to JAPA, but you don't have JAPA money, you have this money. I promise you, you have it. If Mr. Dami knew, he would have done business analysis training in Nigeria, and it wouldn't have cost him as much as it cost him to learn it when he went to the UK. In our last session, he told us of how people will mortgage their life just to learn business analysis in the UK, and it is true. No jokes, right? So this is an opportunity that BAMS Academy is bringing to your doorsteps as easy as it is. When my people in the foreign community, when they see my post about business analysis, they're like, you are giving these people this thing for, like, I don't understand. But this is BAMS Academy, business analysis made simple. So we'll have a live instructor-led class recordings and replays, weekly assessments, hands-on live projects, right? We have this just for you. Then the next thing you need to know is this. We have a blended course. Now, what do I mean by blended course? A blended course is the basic, which is the beginners, and the intermediate. Is just going for 150,000 naira, and it's for 8 weeks. We're starting this weekend, and you can jump on right now. And excuse me, and if you're one of those, you say, oh, I want to start this class right immediately, but I don't have um, um, uh, I can't pay immediately. That's fine. Praise. Please comment in the comment section, chat or praise right now, and discuss with her. She'll give you the payment plans that are available so you can jump in. Is for you right now. So this is for business analysis, basic and intermediate. Then this is for the intermediate course. So let's take, for instance, you've done a course in business analysis before, but you like to take it a step further. this is for you. Then if you're a fresher and you want to test the waters first to see what it is like before you jump in, this is for you. This is a beginner's course. This is for you. And then you can also, we're also taking data analysis course. This is the basic data analysis for Excel and Power BI. Excel and Power BI in 8 weeks. And then this is the master data analysis class, which covers both Excel, Power BI, and SQL, and it's going to be in 12 weeks. So at BAMS Academy, this is what we offer to you, and we would like you to, take advantage of this opportunity so you can do what Mr. Dami talked about. What Mr. Dami talked about is gold, is a gold mine that you can take advantage of. Again, I want to talk to another set of people. You're in Nigeria, you've been looking for a job and you say there's no job, there's no job, there's no job. Mhm. Take business analysis course. When you take business analysis course, you tell me there's no job again. Really. You tell me there's no job again. Business analysis is a burgeoning field and it's opening up, and there are lots and lots of people who are looking for people who are intelligent. You're in an office, you're intelligent. You know that your intelligence is not for that office. Come to business analysis now. Come to data analytics. This is a place where you can, expand the horizon of your mind. So I think at this juncture, I'm just going to pause here. In the comment section, you have the link to join the BAMS Academy, the BAMS community. You have the link to pay for the course. You have praise right there in the comment section. If you have some inquiries to make, just reach out to her, and you can talk with her. If you can't join the class, this cohort, that's fine. Join the community so that whenever we have important information for you, you can see it. You can be the first to see it, because for whatever we are seeing out here in the open, the community has heard about it since last year. Since last year, so please buy these courses now. Now. This is the time to act. This is the time to act.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
Lady
much
B.
for that, Halil. Thank you for
Thank
that,
you.
Halil. Before I let you go, Halil has somewhere to be, so I think we'll
Yes.
release you. Okay, Oliver Twain says, "Do I have to be a graduate for applying for VA course?" We don't do VA if you're saying virtual assistant.
She
VA.
meant, yeah, she meant BA. She wanted to write
Okay,
BA.
so if it's business analysis,
BA.
no, you don't have to be a graduate, sis.
No,
You don't even
you
have
don't.
to.
Lady B, can I say
I dare
something?
say you don't even have to go to school, right?
I
Because
recently saw, pardon me, I recently saw an application for a job ad for business analysis, and I think data analysis inclusive. And part of the requirement was an undergraduate, someone who's not a graduate. So it's, yes, it's possible. There are big opportunities for non-graduates. It's very, very
Yes.
possible. It's
Yeah.
very, very,
Yeah. There are junior business analyst roles.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So
you even find
it's very,
Yeah.
people who are looking for interns, so they target the ones who don't have a degree yet, because they feel like by the time
Yeah.
you have a degree, you'll be expensive in code. So they now target the fresh graduates, they target those who are still undergraduates. I know I have seen those, and these are the things we teach you in the community and during classes. We don't just show you, oh, go to the world and be a BA. We teach you how to position yourself, how to job search, how to position your CV, how to build a portfolio. We teach you how to optimize your LinkedIn. These are bonuses of being in our classes.
Wow.
We do have payment plans, however, only for those in the community. So use the link right now, bit.ly/BA in 1 hour to get into the community, and then you can send any of the admins a message that you want to get the payment plan. There's also a 20% discount going out, but you will get that code in the community. So if you're interested, which I think you should be anyways, we have taken a little bit of your time, and I apologize for that. But I do want to say thank you. Thank you especially to my special guest, or to our special guest, Damilola Ogunibosi. It was really a pleasure meeting you. You were so fun to chat with.
Thank
No wonder
you.
you're a business analyst.
Thank
You can see
you.
that business when we talk, we are not boring. We're not boring. And we are digital nomads. You can be in the moon, be in the sky, just get the work done. I work in
Yeah.
a place where my boss doesn't care if you're where you are at. It's just if you've got something to deliver, deliver. If you're going to manage a process, you're going to manage a product, you're going to manage a task, just give him report. This is what's happening. Be on top of things. And I can sit with my leg on the wall or on my fan, and I'm doing what I'm doing. right? So I could be in an airplane right now and I could be working because there's internet on there. As long as you have internet access, you're good to
Yeah,
go. So if you want to get started, please
exactly.
send any of the admins a message. Join our community. We do lots of fun stuff. So join in the community. So thank you so much for your time.
Uh,
Thank you so much. Damn, you want to say
quick
something?
one, Lady B.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, quick one. I'm really so impressed. You said you have payment plans, and then people can really enroll because
Yeah.
that is so awesome. So, guys, if you know you don't have the money, they said Lady B just said there's a payment plan. I want to encourage you. Go ahead, go for this thing. By the time you jackpot and then you realize that you have to do the course, you are going to pay through your
From your
noses.
teeth.
The amount
It's your blood.
the amount you are going to pay, it's unbelievable.
It's your blood.
It's
I feel
unbelievable.
like
Imagine, yeah,
I know
imagine. Okay, let me convert it to naira. Let me convert it to naira. You'll be paying almost like 2.5 million for the training.
that's not a lie. I've paid up to 500. This 500K was like 2 years ago. So I don't even want to imagine $500 rather. It was like 2 years ago where people were collecting 750K naira.
Yeah,
And that's you can do the conversion to your local currency, okay? But I
yeah. Do the
know that
conversion. A business analyst course. Yeah,
I've had people from the UK.
you can pay as much as one
I
five.
swear I've had
Yes,
people from the
one
UK
five,
say
one
like
thousand five hundred pounds, £1,000.
he's not even telling lies. He's not even telling lies. Because I've had a friend who recently transitioned and it was like, if I knew, I'm like, I'm here. You're not taking advantage of me. You're going out. I'm okay. Okay. So I'm sorry, but regrets later. So don't be one of those people. We give you hands-on learning. We give you projects to work on that you can add to your portfolio. Afterwards, after the whole training, we teach you how to position and land your first job. At BAMS Academy, we're
That's
not just
it.
about training, we are also particular about your growth. So we give you things that will help you. If you have a pain point, speak to us. We will find the solution. That's what we do. That's what we do. So thank you so much. Tony, you have been very responsive. I wish I had an award to give you. Take care. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dami. Thank you, Grace.
Clearly.
Mercy. Thank you. Thank you, Dami Lola.
All right.
Back to you again.
Thank you, Lady B.
You're welcome. Sorry, I'm going through all of the comments. Um, I'm going through all of the comments. Thank you. Akinshola. God, I don't know why your name is, and I know how to pronounce this thing. Thank you. Thank you, Favor. Thank you, everyone, for your time today. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Gracias. Danke.
Bye.